Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope everyone is fine and doing well. Before we start, let us recite Durood Sharif. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Today our topic is triangles. This is a very much important topic, generally for all and particularly for class 9th. Someone has well said that education is a triangular practice, that is teacher, student and social environment. But today I will add one more thing in, that is education is a quadrangular practice, teacher, student, social environment and the YouTube. So my dear student, let us start. What's a triangle? As you know, triangle is a closed figure, two-dimensional figure formed by three intersecting lines. That is, tri means three. You must have come across so many things which looks like a similar. Just like take example of mobile phone. If we have two mobile phones of the same model and the same company, we cannot differentiate between two phones as they have the same model and the same company. Such type of figures, such type of things is known as congruent things or congruent figures. That means figures whose shapes and sizes are equal. Figures whose shapes and sizes are equal are known as congruent figures. Examples: two bricks of same size are identical, two ATM cards issued by the same bank are identical, and so on. Since our topic is a triangle, so we have to learn these things about the triangles, and we have to learn in the chapter about the congruent triangles. What are congruent triangles? Two triangles are congruent if they have same shape and same size. In the chapter we are going to congruent figures, we are going to see how the triangles can be congruent, how we can say that the two triangles are congruent, and what are the rules for it. There are 4 rules for it. Criteria, that is criteria for congruence of triangles, that is SAS rule, ASA rule, SSS rule and RHS rule. Now the first rule is, that is SAS rule or SAS congruence rules, that is side angle side. What is this? Two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angles of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. That is, if we have two triangles, here the two triangles are ABC and DEF. Here we are given if AB is equal to DE and the angle B is equal to angle E and the side BC is equal to side EF, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by SAS rule. That means these two triangles must have the same shape and the same size. And one more thing, my dear students, when the two figures becomes congruent, then the remaining parts of that figure, of these figures, are equal. That is, then AC will be equal to DF, angle C will be equal to angle F, and angle A will be equal to angle D. That means we say that when the two figures become congruent, we can say that the remaining parts of these two figures are equal, and we simply say that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. One more thing we have to remember, that this SAS rule is an axiom. You know what is an axiom? Axiom is a universal truth that they cannot be proved. So first theorem that is we are going to discuss in this chapter, that is angle side angle. What is angle side angle? Angle side angle. This is the first theorem of the chapter. That is, two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to the two angles and the included side of the other triangle. What we have to prove here, or what we are given here, that is we have two triangles ABC and DEF. In these two triangles ABC and DEF, we are given that angle B is equal to angle E, angle C is equal to angle F and BC is equal to EF. If this is the condition, then these two triangles must be congruent. We have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Since we are given that angle B is equal to angle E, angle C is equal to angle F, BC is equal to EF, we have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. How to prove it? Three things can happen. Either the side AB will be equal to DE, or the side AB will be greater than DE, or the side AB will be less than DE. Firstly, let us assume that AB, side AB is equal to D, as in the case first, AB is equal to D. That means if we take these two triangles ABC and DF, we will get AB is equal to D. That's we have supposed that these two sides are equal. Angle B is equal to angle E, that is already given in our theorem. Third, BC is equal to EF, that's also given in a theorem. That means these two triangles ABC and DEF, ABC and DEF are congruent by side, that is AB is equal to D side, angle B, angle E, angle BC is equal to EF side. SAS rule, as we have already studied that SAS is the axiom, that means these two triangles will be congruent by SAS rule. Let us move further. Let us presume that the side AB is greater than DE. What we do? We will take a point P on AB such that the length of PB will be equal to DE. Now we have the triangle PBC and DEF. PBC and DEF. Now PB is equal to DE, as we have done a construction here. Angle B is equal to angle E, that is already given in our theorem. BC is equal to EF, that's also given. That means these two triangles PBC will be congruent to triangle DEF by SAS rule. Since we know when the two triangles are congruent, their remaining parts are equal. That means this angle PCB, that means this one, that means this one, this one will be equal to angle F, that's I have written here. PCB will be equal to angle DFE. But since we are given that this whole angle will be equal to this, that is already mentioned in theorem, that is angle ACB is equal to angle DFE, that is given. By comparing these two equations, since right hand sides are equal, that means left hand side will be also be equal, that is PCB is equal to ACB. What we are getting here, that means this angle, this PCB is equal to angle ACB. As we see, this cannot happen unless and until this point P and A coincides, that means they are coinciding each other. When they are coinciding each other, that means angle ACB, or we can say angle ACB is equal to angle PCB. When these two points are coincided, that means we are getting AB is equal to DE. Since we have assumed that PB is equal to DE, since we are now proven that P and A are coinciding each other, that means AB is equal to DE. Hence, we are getting ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Now the third case. What is the third case? Third case is, let us presume that this side AB is less than DE. So we are going to take a point Q on DE such that QE is equal to AB. So we have two triangles ABC and QEF. AB is equal to QE as per construction. Angle B is equal to angle E, that's already given in a theorem. BC is equal to EF given. That means triangle ABC is congruent to triangle QEF by SAS. When the two triangles are congruent, their remaining parts are equal. That means this angle ACB will be equal to this angle QFE, that is already mentioned here. Since we are given that this angle is equal to the whole angle, that is DFE, by comparing the left hand sides, we are getting that these two angles are equal. This will happen only, that means these two angles are equal. This happen only when Q and D coincides, and hence we are getting that DE is equal to AB, and hence the two triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Dear students, I have done a question for you to understand this theorem. That is, let us take a line segment AB is parallel to another line segment CD. O is the midpoint of AD. We have to prove that triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD, and O is the midpoint of CD. Since we are given AB parallel CD, O is the midpoint of AD, that means OA is equal to OD, that's given. We have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. AOB is congruent triangle DOC, and OC is equal to OB. Let us take these two triangles. AOB is equal and COD. BAO, that means this angle, is equal to angle CDO. Why? Because these two triangles are congruent as AB parallel CD. One more thing, OA is equal to OD, it is also given, and angle AOB, that means this angle, is equal to angle DOC, that means this angle, that's vertically opposite angle. Hence the two triangles are congruent. When the two triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle, that means the corresponding parts will be equal, that is OC is equal to OB. Hence it was today's topic. We will meet again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.